Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Arrows and the Thunder. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Travis Blondie will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Striding into the box, Romando Valido. He will lead this one off today.
For the Arrows, the second baseman, Rolando Valido.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They've been playing better than 500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
Fastball called for strike 2. Into the corner and slicing foul. Now another 0-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
In now, Alton Kramer. Fouled off. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. The windup and the 0-1.
Down 1-1.
Blondie has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty D, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
The right fielder, Chet Tierney.
Stepping into the box, Chet Tierney. And he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Here's the 1-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Alfonso Quintana, the native of Honduras, is the starter on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Digging in, Brian Cannon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Tennessee, the second baseman, Brian Cannon.
Here's the pitch. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. Despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they've been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction. He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2, I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
The slider is laid off on the inside as it just misses the zone.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home. Wow, this one bounces off the pitcher. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now.
Batting second, the left fielder, Andrew Arellano.
Stepping in, Andrew Arellano. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
0-1, no strike. Yeah.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And no one will get this one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang place at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Here it comes. Scott Franchise is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this pitch arsenal, you just got to find a way to shorten up and battle, put something in play.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's off.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
So now to the plate, Jorge Esparza, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. He's running. Pitch outside. The throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
Ready with the 1-1. Swing, and he pops him up. And that'll drop into no man's land out there for a base hit. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Stepping in now, Saul Worthing, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. The 1-0. Flipped out the other way toward short. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 1 inning in the books here. The Thunder lead this one 1-0. Striding in, Muhammad Butts. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a slider tails outside for ball one. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch on the way.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
The 1-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
And strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Into the box now, Antonio Nunez. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Devin Mize will be next. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
At the plate, Devin Myers. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Myers has all the necessary skills to play great defense on the left side of the infield, and it makes him really fun to watch. He can pick it with the best of them, but what sets him apart is the huge arm. It's accurate, it's incredibly strong, certainly has the ability to uncork a throw and beat a runner when he needs to, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, anybody that has the ability to go to their backhand and to absolutely fire a cannon across the infield is a huge asset to have.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Last half of the second set to go, and set to go is the third baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Tiny Ryan.
First offering on its way.
0-1 to count.
Now the 0-1. Right side. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Standing in now, Hal Hale, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 10 home runs and 21 driven in. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Ryan aboard here at first with nobody out. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Into the box, Mike Hayes, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 6 home runs, 18 driven in. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hayes, 33 years old. He's been in the big leagues for over 2 decades now. That kind of longevity is extremely rare in just about any sport. It's great to see.
Yeah, he has seen it all. I don't know if he's old school, new school.
Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. He's in at second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Always nice to get some run production from the bottom of your order, right? That double brings in 2 runs, and the top of the order is coming up here. This could really be a big inning.
So now to the plate, Travis Blondie. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. This is on the ground over the first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Now back, second baseman, Brian Cannon.
In now, Brian Cannon, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
I know he's been struggling early, but that pitch right there, well executed changeup. If he can mix that in, maybe he hangs around for a little while longer.
Before the 0-2, a look to first, and the runner back in standing. 3 runs already home here. High in the air down the right field line. Tierney is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, Andrew Arellano.
Coming to the plate now, Andrew Arellano. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
First pitch coming, here it is. Hit hard towards center. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
And we take a look at the line right here, and it's not pretty. He's given up 7 hits, and we're only in the second inning. So what if 3 things is going to happen? He's either going to buckle down and start hitting his spots, he's going to continue to get shelled, our game is going to last about 5 hours, or he's going to get the hook early and head for the showers.
To the plate now, Scott Franchise, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. The 1-0. Hard hit at third. Scooped up, a tag for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 3 runs on 5 base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Thunder are out in front here, 4-0. So digging in now, Robinson Schwabenland. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
The pitch. And he fouls this one off. Boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Skied into straightaway right. Franchise is there to put it away for route number 1.
Batting it, the catcher, A.J. Anderson.
Now at the plate, A.J. Anderson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. pitch on the way.
Ball one. Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
Bases are empty, one man out. In there on the corner, 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Inside, he misses, ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
The pitcher, Alfonso Quintana, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. The second for one, but wisely, no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Stepping in, Rolando Valido. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit down the line at first. A runner on first with 2 away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. This is swung on and popped up, crossing into foul territory now behind third. Ryan is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Bottom of the inning now, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Corey Esparza.
Corey Esparza.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
Now the 1-0. Takes this the other way to right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Saul
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Saul Worthing, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
ground ball foul down the left side. One out, nobody on. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Here now the 2-2.
You got a full count. 3-2.
Here's a swing and a shot back up the middle, and that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. But the throw is offline, and he's in there with two bases.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
Into the box now, Tiny Ryan. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Now the 1-0. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Ready now, Hal Hale. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Looking up is the center fielder. Gone! Two-run shot to straightaway center. Number 11 for him on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Just one of those parks where the ball seems to jump off the bat a lot more during the day. This is the first one of the day, but we might see a few more before this one's over.
Now time called here as here comes the skipper from the third base dugout. And he's going to make a move as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart early here this afternoon, and you have to figure he will not be thrilled with his performance in this one. Jerry Conway is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. At the plate, Mike Hayes. This will chase one up around the letters here for strike one. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. And it's quickly 0-2. Now here's the pitch.
I love the fact that the hitter was able to foul that pitch away. I always thought with 2 strikes, You give the pitcher that inside part of the plate, and you do your best to cover away.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
The count now at 2-2. The pitch. Slow roller out to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But two come across to score in the inning courtesy of this two-run home run. We played 3 full, and this is now a 6-0 ball game. So striding forward now, Alton Kramer. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
And the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And there's the first out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
At the plate, Chet Tierney. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Stepping in now, Muhammad Butts, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. First time up, he went down looking. And that misses. 1-1. 1 out and a runner on second base. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Pulled toward right center field. Worthing is there. 2 gone.
The bat, number 5, shortstop, Antonio Nunez.
Now batting, Antonio Nunez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted into center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And next it'll be a good hitting pitcher, Travis Blondie.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
The 1-0. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Conway, a California-born ball player. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
2-2 the count. Bounce to first, reined in, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Brian Cannon.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Brian Cannon, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First pitch coming, here it is. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The left fielder, number 99, Andrew.
Ready once again, Andrew Arellano. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball in there for a called strike. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Now at the plate, Devin Myers. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning. That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
And he misses low with it, 2-0. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The batter, the left fielder, Robinson.
So stepping in, Robinson Schwabenland. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Hit down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
You take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Standing in now, A.J. Anderson, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
2-0 count. The pitch is looked at for the first strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
And a swing and a miss. Does that look like self-defense there? It's 2-2.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Fouled away. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or 2, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Two out with the man at first. Hit in the air to left field. Arellano is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Christopher Meadows gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Digging in now, Scott Franchise.
For Tennessee, the right fielder, Scott Franchise.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And this is taken in for out number 1.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Now at the plate, Corey Esparza. Pitch on the way. The 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out. 1-2 now.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
In now, Saul Worthing. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Meadows, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet, comes into the day 3rd in all-star balloting among relievers, so we'll wait and see if he ends up receiving an invite.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it up to a manager's decision. You want to get in based on the fan vote, and he has a chance to do exactly that if he can make a late push as we head towards the Midsummer Classic.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, and he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He stays alive, still 2-2. The pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Rolando Pulido. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Check swing, called strike. 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Count is 1-2 now. The pitch. Still 1-2. Now here it comes. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Alton Kramer.
Standing in, Alton Kramer. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
The 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. And this is taken in for the second out.
The right fielder, number 99, Chet Tierney.
Digging in and looking for more, Chet Tierney. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Good cut fastball in there, 1-1.
1-1.
Ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. On the ground to the right side, scooped up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Tennessee is out in front, 6-0. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and stepping in will be the very fleet-footed Tiny Ryan. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach, a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
This guy uses that 2-seamer to set up his other pitches. 2-seamer in, breaking ball away.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box, Hal Hale. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Now the 1-0.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, nobody on. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And now a pitch on the way.
I got 3-1. 3 balls.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Making him sweat out there, the 7th pitch coming up. high in the air out to center field. Butts is under this one. 2 gone.
The catcher, number 2, Mike Hayes.
Digging in once again, Mike Hayes. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. And a ball, 1-0.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
Now the 1-0.
That's a ball.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind. 2-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
To 2-2 now.
He's in complete command of his two-seamer right now. It's got great movement, great depth, running all over the place. This offense is going to have a tough time.
Here now the 2-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Right to him. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. Tennessee leads this one 6-0. Leading off the inning, Muhammad Butts, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And it's fouled away. Here's the 1-2 delivery.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 one more time. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The batter, number 5. Shortstop, Antonio Nunez.
Stepping into the box, Antonio Nunez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Too high, 1-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
So now to the plate, Devin Myers takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
Into the box now, Robinson Schwabenland, as he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue.
Digging in to try it again, A.J. Anderson, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch coming, here it is.
1-0.
A ball and no strikes. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Line to the right side, and he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic, you got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Getting on base, a big problem as you see the average there. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Graybo, playing here in his age 31 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2.
Hey, that's the kind of swing you'd like to see a guy take with the bases loaded. He's going for the downs. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning.
With the traditional 7th inning, correct.
Tim Fish comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Michael Lopez is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
The pitcher, Michael Lopez.
And that misses ball 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 4 home runs and a dozen RBIs. Now the 1-0. is laid off, but in there for strike one. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch.
That's ball two.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think he got a shot to stay inside that one.
3-2 pitch. This pitch is popped up, and the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Brian Cannon.
Now at the plate, Brian Cannon. First pitch on its way. That finds the zone, a called strike.
0-1 for the count.
One out, nobody on. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Now the pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
The left fielder, number 99, Andrew Arellano.
Striding in once again, Andrew Arellano. Now here it comes. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Myers shading to his right, and that's the third out. Eric Mensch has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Rolando Valido.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. Fouled off. Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a ground ball to third. Long throw, got him. That is a terrific play. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Stepping in now, Alton Kramer, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. And there's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 99, Chet Tierney.
Ready for another chance? Chet Tierney. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 2 out, nobody on. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Now here's the pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a slider can't make it back to that outside edge, and that takes the count to 2-2 now. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Scott Franchise. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, strike 1. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Tried to get him to chase the cutter there, a ball and 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Schwabenland is right there, and he's got it for out number 1.
The first baseman, number 7, Corey Esparza.
Standing in, Corey Esparza. From the stretch. Swing and a miss on a ball inside, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit on the ground out to short. And he's going to beat the offline throw to first as the first baseman couldn't get the foot back in time.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Saul Worthing. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Gonna be a tough play. There's one on the first, but not in time as he beats it out.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball. So they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
Digging in, Tiny Ryan. He's set. Here it comes. A runner on first with 2 away. Liner towards second. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting, the shortstop, Hale.
To the plate now, Cal Hale. And so take a look at ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here it comes, 1-0. 2 down, runners at first and second. Now one hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. Has a look, now the pitch.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
2-2 count. Here it comes. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Striding in to start the 9th, Muhammad Butts, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch on its way.
Inside, ball 1. Well, back off the plate, ball 2.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, I know he's aware he can't tie the game with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's just trying to excite the boys and get one on the board.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. Antonio Nunez waits on deck. The 3-1. And he fouls this one off. Now the 3-2 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Arellano moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, Antonio Nunez.
At the plate, Antonio Nunez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. That misses. 2-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Devin Mize will be next. .30 pitch.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
7, 9.
Standing in now, Devin Myers. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. And the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. To first. Reined in. And a step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
6-0 the final shutout score today. Tennessee jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Travis Blondie takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. Alfonso Quintana permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the visitors, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
pitch.